We are creating a set of videos attempting to debunk those glib soundbites that we regularly hear in conversations with globalists who support mass migration. They repeat these comments so often that the media accept them as correct and they are never challenged. In this first video, we address the mantra that there are no safe and legal routes for those young men of fighting age who are crossing the channel to claim asylum and enjoy all the benefits of living in the UK. To make their argument, and perhaps to confuse the issue, critics make no distinction between asylum seekers and refugees. And they are never pressed to answer the seemingly obvious question about which countries they admire and would put forward as having the sort of safe and legal asylum processes that they would like to see the UK adopt. Before we unpick their criticism that there are no safe and legal routes for asylum seekers, we repeat that asylum seekers are not the same as refugees. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees selects people, who are often those living in camps near their home country, and submits them to the UK government for resettlement. The International Organization for Migration are then responsible for organizing their safe arrival in the UK. Only around 7,000 refugees were granted protection under various UN schemes in 2022, and about 4,000 partners and children of refugees already in the UK were granted family reunion visas. Additionally, the UK has directly welcomed up to 330,000 refugees from Afghanistan, Ukraine, and Hong Kong over the last 2 years. But this video is about asylum seekers arriving in small boats. The global integrationists who call on the UK to provide safe and legal routes for asylum seekers don't offer solutions and, when challenged, are unable to identify a workable policy that is in place elsewhere in the world that the UK could adopt. Critics of the UK are certainly not comfortable being reminded that Canada, for example, has a policy to detain asylum seekers on arrival, and they are immediately returned to the United States. As for immigration into Europe, African migrants initially make a dangerous journey across the Sahara to get to Libya before crossing the Mediterranean, planning perhaps to apply for asylum in Italy. Viewers may be wondering if Italy is one of the countries that the open border proponents have in mind as an example of providing a safe and legal route for asylum seekers to come to Europe. No, there is no safe and legal route for asylum seekers to get to Italy, which, of course, is why boats are crossing the Mediterranean every day. Although it is noteworthy that in Italy, immediately upon arrival, the authorities require migrants to state their first name, last name, date of birth, the country in which they were born and the country of which they are a citizen, in a correct and complete manner. It is also essential that they explain the reasons why they left their country and the reasons why they entered Italy. Asylum decisions may be affected if subsequent inquiries reveal inconsistencies or falsehoods in giving this information. For that reason, many migrants choose to avoid engaging with the Italian authorities and move onwards to France. Where, similarly, you may be asking yourself if France is a country that the global integrationists praise for, at the very least, offering safe transportation for asylum seekers through Italy to France. This migration route across the Mediterranean has been widely used since at least 2015, and despite regular reports of tragedies, Italy, France, and the rest of the EU states have shown no inclination to devise safe and legal humanitarian routes for asylum seekers. Yet the transnationalists continue sniping at UK policy. There are two important factors we should ask those critics who tell us that they want a safe and legal route to the UK. Firstly, if a safe system could somehow be devised for asylum seekers, there would undoubtedly be an uptick in applications to come and enjoy the benefits of life in the UK. Consequently, there would quickly need to be an annual limit imposed on the number of new citizens in order to control the strain on resources such as housing and services. Without such a limit, the demand would inevitably become overwhelming and unsustainable. Secondly, if individuals were able to apply for asylum outside of the UK, and their claim is refused and they're denied entry, or if they know that they never had a chance of being accepted, it is likely that they will resort to attempting to enter the country illegally anyway. This could present a challenge for UK authorities in terms of border control and managing illegal immigration. In conclusion, open border proponents who try to shame the UK for not having safe and legal routes for asylum seekers should be challenged to outline specifics on what form a safe and legal system might take, to name a country where such a system is being operated, To outline a plan to handle the likely increase in asylum applications. To outline a plan to handle a resulting larger number of rejected applicants. To outline a plan to handle refused applicants who may still try to enter illegally.